Hello, everybody. Welcome to Casualty Connect, our video series with distinguished guest speakers on AI technologies and property and casualty insurance. Today, our host is Pete Sisserson. Hello, Pete.
Hi.
Pete, you are a senior expert in claims with more than 40 years of experience. And the objective with you today is to review a typical workflow and a dialogue between a claim manager and their adjuster in an auto claim, let's say a commercial auto claim, maybe. And
Yes.
of course, this is typical. You will have some um, detail for each and every step. And please tell us how this goes in real life in your experience.
Sure. Hi, everybody. So, what I'm going to describe is a typical claim scenario, auto accident involving intersection between a claims manager and the adjuster who are working with a new claim and lawsuit and how the dialogue might go and its connection to how AI can help them. So, uh, the first step is a meeting with the adjuster. So, I'm the claims manager. Thanks, Bob, for coming in. We got a new suit on one of your commercial auto claims from the last month, and I wanted to run through this on how best to approach. I understand the insured was 2 weeks late in reporting the claims to us, and they did not have details, a lot of details on the plaintiff's injuries, but I wanted to brainstorm with you.
Thanks, Pete. I have not had too many claims going to lawsuit now, so I'm really interested in your experience.
Sure. Okay, Bob. So I have what limited info we have. I have read it, what's in the file, and I understand the plaintiff got an attorney involved within days of getting out of the hospital. So I know that we have much to investigate. So here are the steps that I think we can work on. So first of all, let's get the insured's driver's statement sent to our defense attorney as initial information. As you know, we had to get an attorney involved right away to answer the lawsuit within the required time. Let's set the initial bodily injury claim reserve based on what we're being told: multiple injuries, ambulance, hospitalization due to an intersection auto accident. We can use the AI tool to give us a range of values, even with this limited information based on the county and state where the accident occurred. Let's have a social media check done by our vendor and see what activity the plaintiff has been posting, both before and after the accident. Fourth, let's get the police report. And I think it'd be good for you to interview the police officer involved if they'll cooperate, if they'll let you. Five, because of the claim severity of the injuries, let us have our defense attorney recommend and engage a reconstruction expert to get on the scene within the next few days to photograph and investigate what happened completely, including interviewing witnesses, canvassing for any video that can be obtained, and the expert should download data from the insured's vehicle ECU to see if it supports the insured's driver's story about speed, use of signals, braking, etc. See if the plaintiff's attorney will allow you to talk to the plaintiff and get accident and injury information to include pre-existing conditions and treatment. Let's ask the insured what they think of this insured driver: great employee, prior accidents, any disciplinary actions, anything else that the insured knows about the insured driver outside of work, family or financial issues, community standing, things like that. Ask the insured to forward the latest DMV report, Department of Motor Vehicle report, for the insured driver to our defense attorney. Let's ask the insured to forward any driver training reports, disciplinary actions, and safety manuals to our defense attorney. After analysis of the same, have our defense attorney explain the findings to you with any concerns that they may have about how they relate to the accident. Let's
Well,
um, let's get together in 30 days and see what you've got so far and see if there are any other steps we think we should do.
wow, so there are many steps already. Thank you, Pete, for covering all that. I will work on them and we'll meet in 30 days. Of course, if you have other ideas, don't hesitate to reach out and I will do the same. So now we are 30 days after, and I'm coming back to you, Pete, to have an update on the next steps.
Sure. Okay, great. So, Bob, it's been 30 days since the suit was filed. I wanted to sit down with you and kind of go through what you've got. Um, I think, in addition to the items we talked about earlier, I think we need to request that the plaintiff attorney send you all medical records related to the treatment of the plaintiff's injuries and request who the plaintiff's treating physicians are and ask about the claimant's demographics, pre-existing medical conditions, and family physician. I know that we may have a doctor bill or something like that, but of course, that's not really everything we need in order to evaluate the case. Once you secure the index report for the plaintiff, contact the prior carriers who handled any claims and see if you can secure additional details about the treatment, parts of body involved, attorneys involved, and settlement amounts. Talk to our attorney about who the plaintiff attorney is, their history, and the history of the firm. Please include plaintiff attorney's name and firm name in the AI analysis of the case value, because that can certainly affect what our value might be. Determine how liberal the jurisdiction is in which the suit is filed and what award history is of the plaintiff attorney and the firm. And then lastly, I'm thinking, ask our defense attorney about the possible judges to be involved in the case and their track record as to trials they have handled. Ask our defense attorney about possible removal to federal court and what the jury and judge outlook appears if we were to consider that. Please run award ranges for each judge in the AI tool for intersection auto accidents, and probably it'd be a good idea to run it in both state court and federal court.
Wow, thank you, Pete. Some of those things I had not thought of. There are many, and I guess I have again to work and to come back to you. What should be the next steps? When shall we meet again?
Let's get together at 90 days and see where you are. You may have more of the details back from the attorney and the insured and things like that. I know sometimes it's hard to get a hold of everybody.
All right. So we are now 90 days after the opening of the claim, and I'm coming back to you. And how does that look, right? So the 90-day review on the auto accident, what should be the next step discussed here?
Sure. You want me to read through the 90 days?
Yeah,
Okay.
so shall I read myself? I mean,
No,
we
I
can
can
make
do
a
it.
cut. It's okay.
So
You
hi,
are
Bob.
asking me about the reserve. So shall I read myself?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Well, as far as the next steps and the investigation, these are what I've got in terms of details about the accident. It's not everything, though. I interviewed the insured operator, and he was a little unclear about how the accident happened. But he didn't think he did anything wrong. He says he was approaching the intersection, was pretty sure he had a green light, so he proceeded through. And when he was hit by the plaintiff car, he said he was late on his deliveries that day, but does not think he was speeding. He says also he didn't see the plaintiff car until after it had hit this truck on the rear passenger side, so he could not see it. He said the plaintiff said they were injured and the police and ambulance came. The fire department had to cut the plaintiff out of his car. Several people stopped and there were some witnesses. The insured operator said the police department gave him a ticket for failure to yield the right of way based on a witness saying that the insured ran a red light. I have not been able to talk to the police officer about the accident. We still do not have the police report, but this more rural police department is very slow about sending them out. I do not yet know who the witness is, and then maybe I will be able to interview them. The plaintiff attorney has just sent us only the hospital bill, which for now was for $35,000. We do not know if the plaintiff has any medical insurance, if the bill has been paid, nor the net amount paid. While the plaintiff attorney has not sent any medical reports, despite my request, he tells me that his client has major injuries that will disable him for the rest of his life. He says that his client is in his 40s or 50s and is a major breadwinner for his family. He says he feels that his client has a severe back injury in addition to his badly fractured leg and feels he will need back surgery. He finally says that his client has a very good paying job and his wage loss will be very large. Now, the index report shows that the insured driver had a not at fault auto accident in his personal auto 5 years ago, before he went to work for the insured. The plaintiff's attorney says our driver ran a stoplight and was texting driving distracted. He says his client did nothing wrong and that he expects a huge settlement from this accident. The plaintiff attorney has requested a copy of the DEC page for our commercial auto policy showing the policy limits, as he expects this case will value more than $1 million. He has also asked for copies of any excess liability policies, and our defense attorney, involved in a reconstruction expert, and has told our attorney that the lack of skid mark from our truck concerns him. He feels that this may help the plaintiff with their distracted driving claim. He has examined the damage of our truck, which was to the front of the passenger's side. He also found the plaintiff car in a locked storage lot. There is major damage to the driver front of the vehicle, and it is an obvious total loss. He just got the download of data from our truck, but has not been able to produce a report yet. Our attorney does not want to request access to the plaintiff car right now, pending the insured's report.
Okay, well, thanks, Bob, for the info so far. It looks like we set the initial reserve at 25,000, but based on our driver's story, based on our driver's story of minimal liability, do you recommend a change?
Well, yes. The AI tool gave us a wide range of value from 25,000 up to 200,000 based on the limited amount of info we had initially. With the additional information and using solely plaintiff attorney documents, the AI tool now says that the value can be from 150 to 450,000. I'm concerned that the plaintiff attorney is asking for our DEC sheets for the auto policy and any excess policies. He appears to think that this is a very large claim. The social media check shows that the plaintiff is a family-oriented person with 2 small children. It also shows that he is a deacon in his church and is very much admired by his local community. From the photos, it shows that he does heavy construction work and may be a foreman.
Okay, all right. Well, plaintiff's attorney's comments are concerning. What did you find out about the insured's attitude toward their driver and the annual DMV report that they run?
Well, the most recent DMV report shows that the driver has gotten a couple of speeding tickets in the last year. The insured did talk to the driver after receiving the last report and has gotten his pledge to stop speeding. One of the speeding tickets also talked about the driver looking at his phone when he passed a police officer. The insured has a safety policy about not using your cell phone while driving their vehicles, but does not have a tracking of any documentation of consequences. The insured says they like their driver and state that he is the son of the owner of the company.
Okay. Well, this kind of concerns me about the liability and the perception the insured driver may have if we go to trial as far as the prior speeding situations. Please go on.
Yeah, I agree. The plaintiff attorney works for a medium-sized firm located across the street from the county courthouse. The firm's webpage says that they specialize in truck accidents and have won many large verdicts in that county, a few of which were over $1 million. Our defense counsel is located in the state capital, which is 250 miles away from this remote county. Neither our defense attorney nor anyone else in the firm have had any dealings with them or a lot of information on this plaintiff firm anyway. Our AI tool did show that this plaintiff firm claim values are higher than many other firms in this part of the state. The tool also showed that this county has jury verdicts higher than almost any other county in the state.
Yeah.
Our defense attorney says that this part of the state is economically depressed, has high unemployment, and he feels this persuades the juries here to award larger verdicts.
Okay, well, this case appears to have some danger for us based on all this information. The amount of past and future wage loss and future medical treatment and the AI evaluation, I think we'll need to raise the reserves to 300,000. Do you agree, Bob?